Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Sorry, I have to use the bathroom. Yo! Am I in started Discord? Yes, I am. Let's go, Mets. Let's get Smithy. Dylan, what's poppin', baby? What's poppin', y'all? I gotta take this off. Boom. Bring these over here. Yeah, I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. Actually, I'll put this at the end. Actually, no. It goes this way. I'm ready.
Staunst du was? Mir ist alles fit im Schritt.
Yo, thank you for the 17 months, Mr. Chris. Call Chunky my dog, man. Thank you so much for the fucking love, baby. I ain't got no. I ain't got no.
LGN.
Thank you so much for the 17 months, man. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to my dog Chris, man. 7-month streak. Let's go, baby. Peak. Let's go, Mets, eh? Let's go, Mets, huh? Let's go, Mets. How y'all doing, man? Check stuff and pings. And they stored Discord? Hello. Extorted. For the Avid? Avid skip? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna make it. But thank you, brother. I'm not gonna make it though. Where's Mr. CJ at, huh? Let me hit up Dev too. How's everyone's weekend going? Hopefully it's going smooth. Hopefully it's going smooth. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the watch, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the watch. Guess you wanted to? Nah, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Hopefully we enjoyed the watch, man. Frieren, W fucking monthly, baby. I can see your face. I'm a corpse today. Halloween party for my life. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys had it last night. Yo, how was the Halloween party? You guys look crazy, bro. It looks fire. The month of Smithy's over, pretty much. The month of Smithy is pretty much over, man. It was so much, bro. I'm so sad, man. It looks so fucking lit, bro. And Halloween's my favorite. Halloween's literally my fucking favorite. So like, it sucks that I can't really do shit for Halloween, but whatever. I can see started out casual, but then peaked like a motherfucker. Fire. It was a good month of shows. Good way to end it though, bro. We're gonna get into it. What time is it right now? We'll give it till 3:15. We'll give it to 3:15. I was looking at Jess's post. Also, RIP to Nick Mango, man. That was crazy. I couldn't believe that. You know what I mean? 38 episodes. Fire, bro. I watched 23 between last night and this morning. Like 12 midday for you? Yeah, CTA is it's like yeah, it's 3 o'clock for me. So 18 is just too early. Like I'm just not. I'm not trying to be on the game all day like that. Like that. I used to, but not anymore. Kyle turned the clock back to the high school level binging days. Yo, facts, bro. I'm telling you, bro. A Fame Farmer one day, fire, bro. Yeah, I started watching last night at like what time was it? Like 1 a.m. for me, I think. I think that's when I got off of like streaming stuff, and I started watching since then. I slept for a little bit. I slept a little bit, and then I woke up. I was like, "Yeah, it's time to get to it. Time to get to it, bro." And then I took a little. I took a little 20-minute nap too, because I was like, "Bro, hold on. I'm actually mad tired." Can I kick McBiggie? Nah, you can't kick McBiggie. But I'm sure you guys are probably banged up. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the party, man. It looked dope, bro. He shot. Ah, man. I mean, yeah, you guys, I just had a whole ass Halloween party. But yeah, man, Frieren, bro. I was nervous about the rewatch, to be honest, because I just didn't know. Obviously, like, and I'm grading stuff off a rewatch. Like, obviously, off my first time, my first time is my first time, and I feel like everyone's first time is pretty similar. But I was nervous about the rewatch, to be honest, because I was like an anime like this. I was like, an anime like this, where I know it's a slow burn and I know how much like it caught me off guard and stuff like that. I was like, I don't know, bro. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, we're about to get into it. Before all right, bet. I got you, Dylan. All right, we got 1 more minute. Oh, why am I looking over there? We got 1 more minute. 1 more minute, and then we're gonna start. Damn, 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 damn. We'll get into it, obviously, but the rewatch hit harder for me. Okay. All right, it's 3:15. CJ's officially late. Let's get into it. I don't know if anybody else is joining. Um,
This guy
oh,
always lying.
there he is, the late man himself, bro.
Guy always lying. Don't let this guy fool you.
My boy is always late, bro. All right, so let's go. Put Michael on Arcane last night. Got put to bed at 6 a.m. Yo, Arcane, bro. I don't know if we would ever include it. Probably never, but that'd be a crazy watch. Not we. I mean, I guess you could say we watch whatever, but Pat Smith was pissed on the day. All right, bet. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into fucking Frieren, bro. So obviously, for a decent amount of us, it was our rewatch, and then for a decent amount of us, it was our first watch. I want to hear from the people who did not watch it. CJ, is this your first time watching it?
Yep.
Okay, I want to hear from people where it was their first time. Their first time. What did they think?
All right.
Let me test the group chat real quick to see if Jay, Will, and McBee come through. Yeah, I want to hear for the first timers. I want to hear for the first timers the expectations and how it unfolded. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me. Go ahead, TJ.
Oh, yeah. I was warned, you guys said it's a slow one. So I was expecting that. I went in and I was watching it with Shody, and I'm not gonna lie, like it was more entertaining because I was watching it with someone.
Yeah.
But if I was watching it alone, it would have been less entertaining.
Okay.
For real, for real. I was like, where's this going? Like, so like, 6 episodes in, it's like, okay, it's like, oh, it's okay. I don't know where this is going exactly. It's not too much happening. It's like, so it starts off with the party is already dissolved and it's just her and she seems like emotionless and it seems like we're on a journey to like develop her character. She gets more emotions, make her care more.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, is this gonna be like the whole show?
yeah.
Are we just gonna be on a journey to make her feel more emotions?
I know, unpack her feelings and make her fucking feel some shit for
And
once.
we always get the flashbacks of them. So I'm like, are they gonna tell their whole journey in flashbacks? So I didn't know where this was going, but I s- and I generally don't like elf stories, but as it went on, she was growing on me. She was growing on me a lot.
Yeah, nah, Frieren is low key. Like, I feel like she's low key funny as shit, bro. I,
Frieren
I,
is yeah.
yeah, she's definitely one of those. Like I said, for me, I feel like it was a slow burner, but when it cooked,
Hold up,
man,
Smitty. He said the flashbacks cook dead
that is
ass
just like
best flashbacks in any show. I'm gonna
they do
have
it so
to
well and it's quick.
strongly disagree.
I'm gonna disagree. I'm not gonna strongly disagree. I'm gonna disagree with the fact that the best flashbacks in any show. I don't think it's the best flashbacks in any show, but I enjoy the flashbacks. I wouldn't say like it's like a oh my god, this is so perfect for me. Oh my god, this is so fucking great. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm a
I would say the flashbacks for me personally were like, oh, this is really well done. Oh, this is really like it's really like for me, I got really well done, really well placed for the flashbacks. I wouldn't say it's amazing, it's the top tier ever, whatever. But I'm like, yo, like this is fucking like I'm gonna be honest, it did really well. It did really, really well for me personally.
I'm not gonna get into the flashbacks yet because I'm still talking about the start of the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, 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 yeah. We're gonna get there. We're gonna
But
get
just replying to his comment, best flashbacks in any show, like this isn't even a contender for me in flashbacks. I've seen
there.
shows where flashback fights are like some of the best in anime. Some backstories are the best thing ever. This is not one
Yeah.
of those shows. There was not off rip. There's not a single fight in a flashback that's a top tier anime fight. No, there's not a
Yeah.
single moment in a flashback that made me cry. No. If you did you guys cry in a flashback? Let me know that. Did you cry? Did you
I've
see a
never
top tier fight?
I've never cried to anime. I've gotten close, but I've never cried. Deadass.
I didn't just say fight. I said also crying. Like, did you feel any crazy emotional deep moment? I've
Well,
seen a lot of anime with those kind of flashbacks. This was not one. The
so
flashbacks were good though.
I would say the flashbacks were really, really, really well done. I would say I felt some type of sentiment as it pertained to later flashbacks with her and Himmel, the hero. And even flashbacks between Fern and Hyder. Like I definitely felt some things. I was like, oh, like this is like sweet. It's a sentimental. Like it's a vulnerable
Yeah, it's
spot. It's
sentimental.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I
good.
definitely felt
They're
some stuff.
good.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say they're peak.
I love the flashbacks. I do agree with him. I love the flashbacks in this. Okay, it does not overstay its welcome. Y'all need to fight for everything. But when the Himmel one guy on the one knee, see that one was crazy. But we're not there yet. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Because flashbacks, we're gonna get there because there's different flashbacks in the beginning versus the later parts. But I do agree that's one of my favorite flashbacks. That's one of my favorite flashbacks, 110%. But continue. Go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, there's that. Not
That
gonna
one's
lie
so
to you.
fire.
This is probably gonna upset somebody out there, but
Mm-hmm.
not a fan of Fern.
What?
Not a fan of Fern. She's the same. almost the same type of character that we was freaking roasting the previous weeks. The freaking moody ass girl that just eats all the sweets, bro. I
Nah,
don't think she ate
she's
anything but sweets in this whole show. And she's always upset about something. She's always moody. She's always has a problem. The whole show always has a problem. You got to figure out what her problem is. You got to do an investigation. You got to call on other people to solve the problem. Like, you might like her because she's cute and she has fast magic, but
in
really,
Fast Magic. No,
what
it's
else is going on with that character? 90% of her is her being moody.
nah. I'm a strongly like no, not even strongly disagree because she is moody and like yeah, she is like she's like the young annoying like you have to figure out everything with her. You gotta like pulling teeth whatever. But like she's so much more than that. It's crazy, bro. She's so much more than that. It's crazy. And on
Go
rewatch,
ahead. Tell the good points.
I mean, I think everything she does outside, like, of course, like she has that as like her bad points, but the fact that like her set. First of all, the reason why she even got into magic because one, she didn't really care for magic, but the fact that she even got to magic for Himmel and that she was like such a
I do like
fucking
that. I like that.
and the fact that she was so emotionally tied to it, invested into it, and she like became the maid she became because of how Hyder was a father figure to her and how she wanted to, you know, prove herself and you know make him proud and accomplish things based off of that whole dynamic was one of the best things for me because like she was this lost little girl who had no hope of like anything. She was about to die. And then like to see her become like a fucking first class mage, she basically Frieren's mom. She's always holding the group together. She's fucking like she's smart. She's so underratedly smart. It's like bro, I feel like she has so many nuanced things about her that are so fucking good. Like yeah, like it's annoying her character because of like the whole like oh she's always moody or she's like kicking your ankles or like punching you and like she's like unhappy certain times whatever. But I feel like she's like a really big part of. I think she's like the glue that holds them together because even Frieren doesn't necessarily know how to manage the group necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Which is why whatever that guy's name is, Mr. Goatee guy, that's why like she even defaulted to him to like having them you know I'm talking about Stark and Fern like mesh their problems out. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Fern is the mold in that group. I'm gonna be so for real. I think she's the fucking the mold, bro. Because
Let me
go ahead.
let me touch on the way you said. Yeah, I do. I forgot about that part. When you first start off and her motivation for doing it with, cause she wanted to show the dying guy that she can be on her own and stuff, and she did it for him. I did like her character a lot there. I liked her a lot there, and then he died, and then she was like the mom figure in the group. I like that. I was like, this is a great character. But then the next like 15 episodes, bro, it was just her being
No, it was
moody,
good, bro.
her
We're
being
going over it. We watched it
unreasonable
already.
the entire show to Stark.
No, of course, but so here's the thing though. Here's the thing with that dynamic. And hold on, let me see if some. Let me see. Fern had moments that cranked me, but largely I liked her. She's the next gen. Facts wasn't in my top tier from the show. She's not the best character, but she is more. Yo, either was top maybe. She knows Freeman's weaknesses too. She's a mage. Facts. We can't judge the future and assume. I think. Wait, hold on. We can't judge the future and assume, but I think her growth later in the show or series is gonna be like her on this journey, learning to be passionate and what she wants in life. The comment between her and the hair mage in the dungeon where they were trying to figure out what she actually loves. Fair. So one thing I will say, like, what'd you just ask me? Sorry, what'd you ask me? I'm trying to like,
Me?
yeah. What'd you exactly ask me? I forgot exactly what you just asked
Oh,
me.
I didn't ask you. I was just saying, yeah, like she was a great character, and then the next 15 episodes is like her being
Oh,
moody and
her dynamic with
unreasonable to
Stark.
Stark.
So her dynamic with Stark. The reason why I don't feel as strongly as some people may feel about Fern being moody and unreasonable because it's child teenage like romance. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type
Wait,
of
you
shit.
call that romance?
No. bro, it's starting, it's blooming, it's developing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not fully there, but it's the romance between little kids. You know what I'm saying? And even Stark has a little bit of awkwardness too. Obviously, I'm not gonna say too much. I'm not gonna reveal too much. But obviously, Stark, you know, he's just like kind of doing it. Go man, go man. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? But this is like the child, teenage, young romance that's blooming. It's supposed to be like that, where the girl's like unreasonable, she's mad, and you have to like dissect to figure out why she. I know that the priest, right? The goatee dude is like just fucking date already, just hook up already. But it's supposed to be childish. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be unreasonable. It's supposed to be like annoying.
I'm gonna have to
They're like,
oppose the word supposed to be. Like it doesn't have to be like this.
I mean, no, it doesn't have to be. So maybe not supposed to be, but like it's typical, and it's not like it's not like it's foreign. You know what I'm saying? It's way more common.
It's not foreign.
It's
not
way
foreign,
more common
but it's annoying.
than any other aspect between young kids in romance. You know what I'm saying? Like it's super exactly. It's relatable. It doesn't have to be. So I'll go back on that one because it doesn't have to be. But it's very typical and it's very realistic and it's way more frequent in romance than any other aspect of romance. Is the fact that you have to figure out the girl. You have to figure out what they're thinking. You have to deal with all the unreasonable bullshit. You got to deal with the moodiness. Like it's typical, man. It's very typical in a lot
My
of.
problem is we
lot
not
of
there
romance.
yet. Like they just met, bro. Like Stark has no concept of romance or anything.
No, but
So
see,
we're
here's the
not
thing,
on
though.
that level for him to
No,
be dealing with all this.
here's the thing, though. I see, and this is what I love about the show too. A lot of people forget, and I'm not saying you forgot. A lot of people forget though that this is an anime where the time, even though we're given this brief period of time, it's actually a very long period of time that elapses in the anime. So they've been together already for what, over a year and change? They've been together for over a year and change, I believe.
That's not helping the point for me because she's still unreasonable after
No,
all
no, no,
these
no, no, no.
years.
I know, but I'm talking about their dynamic. Like they're still getting to know each other, but they've been around each other long enough that these things are gonna happen, right? Where there might be a little bit of romance evolving between their characters. You know what I'm saying? Even the whole like another thing that like kind of took it even a step further, right? Was when he had to pretend to be the noble's son. And then they both had to learn etiquette. Obviously, he had to do a little bit more, but they
That
had to both
was
learn
one of
etiquette.
her best moments there,
but
where
but
I
that's what
started liking
but
her again.
it's all fostering that romance between them. You can see the dynamic unfolding. You can see that when she wanted to get him something, they had to like look together, and then when he had to look for her, she was being like annoying, obviously, but he was like, I just don't know what to do, I don't know what to get her. And then like it's like little moments like that that cultivate the romance between them. But it's not like they just met. They've been together for over a year and change. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
I'm
I
not saying
think,
they just met.
well, you just said it. You said that they just met for him to be having feelings and stuff.
Yeah, but even throughout the whole show, it's consistent. That's what I'm saying. She was this way from the start. She's this way from the finish. Like I'm not with that. But yeah, they
Yeah,
do
but
have those moments, and I
she's
do like those
different.
moments.
She's different though. Her unreasonableness and moodiness is different with Stark than it is like Frieren. Because when it comes to her and Frieren, she low-key has a right to be annoyed because Frieren's literally like a child too. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny, which I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like Freeman's the older one and lived for so many thousand years, whatever, but still can't wake up on time, but still like a baby, who's still like the, you know, like she's like her mom. So like
Hold up, though.
it's different dynamics. What happened?
Hold up. I think you forgetting the main dynamic they were pushing for half the show is she don't like him because she thinks he's a pervert. Like she wouldn't let him do anything like carry Frieren or anything
Yeah.
because she thought he was a pervert. So that's not a good dynamic.
But that was them in the very beginning though. You know what I'm saying? That was the beginning of their journey and she
I'm
didn't
saying
really
that's
know his
half the show.
intentions. I know, but you gotta realize like that's like the beginning. That's when he first became a part of them. Like that's like yeah, and it's also like it's like also kind of like troll and like funny. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just fun. It's like funny, that dynamic. Like hentai, hentai. He's like, gimme, and she's like not trusting him. But that's also her protectiveness of her master. Frieren. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
I
know. I think
respect
it's,
that.
I
Saw
think it's
that.
different
I saw that.
dynamics. I think it's different dynamics. I don't want to confuse the two because the dynamic between her and Frieren and the way she is different between them two versus her and Stark. Also, which is why, and I know that the Goaty guy, the Goaty senpai, whatever, reminded her of Hyde or whatever, but she's not like that to everyone. You know what I'm saying? She's moody and like irrational a little bit to Frieren and Stark for different reasons. So that's
Yeah,
the whole thing.
I know that. The
I love how in a blink
um
we go years. I know it's insane, bro. She does become less unreasonable though. She does. Just like Frieren views it. That episode was awesome. She's like, it doesn't suit you. Facts. No, that episode. Also, we're going super far. We're going super far. So like, we can touch back on the character, but I want to know how it unfolded. So for those people who only watched it once or your first time watching it, like, because we'll go back to Fern because the characters have their own conversations that need to be had as well. So I want us to get kind of through the plot a little bit, and then we'll go back to it. Facts. We're all over the place because I don't want to because we're like going through the anime just because of one character, but I want to go through like the actual anime itself and then go to characters. So I've seen Grand Crash Senki. That one's really good. So tell me how it unfolded. The mimic is so funny. The mimic bit is so fucking funny. Fucking dumbass Frieren, bro. But there could be so much treasure. And then she's fucking getting fucking hit by a mimic chest left and right, bro. And you know what's so crazy? I play this game Dark and Darker, and I'm the person who always gets the mimic chest. You can ask Max. You can ask Max if he's ever around. I don't know where Max is, but I literally always get the fucking mimic chest. And it pisses me off because I'm like, yo, finally, like, can I get some good loot? I'm fucking looting every chest, and every chest is a fucking mimic chest, bro. Yeah, Dark and Darker, bro. That shit's so fun. But so CJ, for you, what was the turning point for you? I'll ask that. What was the turning point for you or people and even rewatchers? What is the
I know
turning
exactly
point?
where. I know
What
exactly.
What is the turning point? When you ripping that again, I'll rip it soon. Because a lot of my boys playing again. What is the turning point where it went from like, okay, this is coasting to like, okay, this is fire. Like, what was that point for a lot of people?
Okay, so the show was like very average until we got to the town with the demon. And what was that like? I don't know what episode that was. 8. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I really enjoyed that whole arc there. Although there was one thing, and this was my first thing. Although that was like the best arc
Mhm.
that happened so far by a mile.
You talking about the
It
original
also
demon?
introduced, huh?
You talking about the original demon that made the Zoltrak attack?
No. The city where the demons came as people and they try to do a peace
Oh
treaty.
yeah. The envoys, the peaceful envoys. Okay, yeah, or
Yes,
whatever they're
yes.
called. Yeah. Okay.
So that was like 10 times better than anything I've seen so far. And then it also had the one moment in the show up until now where I absolutely hated something for a moment.
Okay.
Because up until then, I didn't really hate anything.
Okay.
So, what you want to start with? What I liked or what I hated?
Which one's closer to like which one's closer to the beginning of the arc versus the later part of it? Or do both of them just encompass the whole thing?
They both kind of same time.
Okay, so let me know what you hated because I'm down to see what you
Okay,
hated
so
first.
what I hated was, okay, right before we got here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We was coming through a place and then it was like, oh, there was like basically like, oh, you can't freaking pass. And then they find out
Oh,
it's
the
Frieren. It's
guard.
like, oh, my apologies. It's Frieren. She can
Oh,
pass.
I know
Go,
exactly where
please.
you're
My
going.
apologies.
I know
Right,
exactly where you're going.
right.
I know
And
exactly where
then
you're going.
right when we get to Demon Town, right when they restrain Frieren, and then
Yeah.
the same thing plays out. Oh, it's Frieren. My apologies for restraining you. Oh my gosh, I looked up to you as a kid. Like, bro, what? How did we just replay the same thing in a span of 2 episodes? I was like, this is stupid writing right here. So I was pissed off about that right there.
Let me address that
But
real quick. I will say that was not great writing because obviously they knew she was in town, right? and they let her in. So they had to have known about her, and like even that guy, you know, the Lord had to have been like aware of it, right? And
And
then
he's saying like he's a big fan, so how does he not
yeah,
recognize like
yeah, that's true. Because then she shoots. I mean, regardless though, she shot off magic, so like regardless of who you are, it's still a penalty and it's still criminal. But it is like, yo, how do you not know it's her? You know what I'm saying? It's bad writing. I'll definitely give you that. I definitely get it. It's bad writing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first moment in the show I was like, hold up, that's
Yeah.
stupid. But anyway, going on to what I really love, I love when they came in with the demons, and this show, I don't know, I might be tripping, but I felt like this show give a whole different like
Leak.
a
Yes.
whole
Yes.
different type of, I
Yes.
don't know what the word I'm looking for, but
I know exactly
it
what you're
was
talking
the
about.
way the demons were introduced was different.
Yeah.
It was different. Like they're these liars. They learn human speech just to deceive you.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I
pure
felt like that was
malice. It's
really, it
pure.
was really interesting.
Yeah. I
I
agree.
was very interested. I was like, this is because we watch a lot of anime on demons,
Yep.
and this was different.
I
I
knew you
was
was gonna
like,
say that, and I felt the
yeah.
exact same, bro. Oh my god, yes,
I was like,
bro.
this is different.
Hmm.
Like they really taught themselves speech just to come and cap.
Bro, like to use it, like even when the little girl from the flashback, and this is one of the better flashbacks.
Yeah, that's flashback was
This is one of
good.
the better
Like,
flashbacks. Bro, I love the "What's a father" line, bro. It's crazy, bro, because they're like, "Why do you say it?" Because it makes you guys not kill us. I'm like, oh my god, like these are like the take on demons in this show is so far different from any anime, because this is literally just pure like deception, evil, in like one of the most simplest ways. They only want to fucking know the human language because they know how to manipulate and use words to fucking like, you know what I'm saying, to get what they want, to deceive, to kill. Like it's crazy, bro. I loved it. I fucking loved it. I'm so glad you said that. Continue.
yeah, you just reminded me that that flashback was elite.
Was elite.
And but
Elite.
that was earlier in the show, you know. That's arguably the most elite flashback, and that's early in the show.
Fair.
So I kind of forgot about that flashback, but yeah, that flashback, that was an elite one. I'm not gonna lie there.
Because Himmel,
But
even
yeah,
Himmel in that flashback, he was like, I can't do it. It's a child. We still should treat a child how a child should be treated. We should give the child a chance because we don't know. Because your whole conception, right? Everyone's thing between like good and evil is right. Like, is the kid truly evil? And then in this instance, as it pertains to demons, yes, it is. Because they treated it in you know what I'm saying? They fucking raised the demon like it was one of their own, just for it to fucking kill the father, offer the fucking child, and not even have a like an no emotion attachment or anything whatsoever, and then still begin to spew the father line, right? Like it has no type of like awareness of anything as it relates to like how human emotions go. It's just pure deception, bro. Pure evil, bro. Has a story? Oh, has a
yeah.
good story. Okay.
Smitty, what are you talking about, bro? Who said I hate flashbacks?
He's trolling you. He's trolling you. He's trolling. He's trolling. He's trolling.
I don't
He's
think
trolling.
he's
He's trolling.
trolling.
No, no, he is. He's. I'm telling you right now. I know Kyle. He's literally trolling right now. He's literally trolling. That's what they do to me, bro. Remember with the chair in that movie, and he's like Warren hates chairs. Like, nah, he's. I promise you, he's memeing you. I promise you, he's memeing you. I promise you, he's memeing you. But continue. Because this is actually one of my favorite parts too. Like I love this part. I love this art. Anti-chair. I'm dead,
Okay,
bro.
so
It's mimics. I
yeah,
hate mimics.
the whole their whole concept of line and all that really interested me. I was like, oh, this show is heating up crazy. I'm loving this. And then we see the whole thing about the then we go into the flashback with the Frieren mana suppression and that
Yeah.
whole technique just to deceive the
Just
demons.
to see the
That whole
demons is
concept was
crazy.
also great. That was a
Crazy.
like two great concepts in one arc.
Yep.
I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, this is, this is not your stereotypical, oh, I trained this and this and this. It's just, hey, I'm suppressing my mana for 1,000 years.
Bro, she devoted her whole life to suppressing her mana to deceive demons and to make matters even crazier, right? We didn't even know how serious that little tidbit and that little skill was gonna be throughout the show, because this was the introduction to that skill, right? This is the introduction to the whole suppressing mana. And we thought like it was gonna, I mean, I thought when I first watched it, it was gonna go as far as, and I didn't even on the rewatch, I didn't even remember how far it was gonna go in terms of like how in detail the suppressing mana really was. You know what I'm saying? How far they really took that small concept and how big it became in the show from there on. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. And I also love the demon fights. The demon, like each fight was fire, bro.
Oh,
Like
those, yeah,
each,
those was
bro,
some of the best
what,
fights in the whole show.
bro? Each fight was insane, and that's where I'm like, bro, Fern is such a gangster, bro. Fern is
Oh,
so
yeah, yeah.
tough. Fern is
I'm telling you,
so tough, bro. Oh my
up
god.
until this point, I was like, I was Team Fern. It was after this arc here that I was just like not feeling Fern like that, but I was Team Fern. I always respect her skill though. No, don't get it twisted. I always
Yeah,
respect
nah,
her skill the entire show.
she
I
was tough,
respect her
bro.
skills. I just wasn't feeling the personality the rest of the show.
Stark,
But
you go. Hold on, wait, hold on, Chris. Hold on, Chris. Hold on, dude. We
you
not
still on
there
Demon
yet, dude. Oh, we not there yet. We're not there yet, bro. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, the fights with fire. We find out
I want
Fern
to get
is
into
like
that,
the fastest caster
bro.
ever.
She's so tough, bro. When she came out of nowhere and fucking almost ripped this motherfucker to mincemeat, bro, I was like, nah, she's too tough. Like, this is crazy, bro. Because you have him underestimating her like crazy, bro. Because he is also reading her mana. He's like, I have way more mana. I can beat her easy. She's just a quick caster, because he obviously figured out her whole spiel and was like, yo, she's just a quick caster. I don't have to worry about nothing, bro. Meanwhile, she's just basic attacking this motherfucker left and right, and then overwhelms him completely and just fucking eradicates him. I'm like, because he's reading her mana, and it's going back to the whole skill suppression, because obviously Frieren taught her that, and she's like, bro, I was told to only, well, this might have been a different time. It was a different time. I'm not gonna say it just yet, but it was a different time. But obviously her concept is she's just using basic attacks. And she's fucking absolutely flossing this motherfucker in blinding speed, bro. Her defense is crazy. Her offense is crazy. Like, she's just so well balanced and versatile. It's insane, bro. Fern was one of the most underrated characters in the show, in my opinion. And then Stark, I love Stark's whole thing because he's like a scaredy cat, right? And he's a wuss. And we're not gonna go into Stark just yet. Characters are separate because they have their own conversations. But I love that when he found out, right? Because he was like super overwhelmed with the thought, like, oh shit, like this is my master's teachings, this is my master's moves, like, and then you found out that this bitch can literally fucking copy anyone bar for bar that she's fought against. And then he's like, oh wait, this bitch don't even hit for real, bro. And he just sliced this bitch in half. I'm like, bro, he's so tough. He's like, yo,
Yeah.
he said he said your fucking hits don't have no weight behind. I'm like, oh yeah, he's nah. Well, he's in his bag right now. He let this bitch hit him, like literally try to like slice him open. He's like, all right, bitch, good night. I'm like, nah. I was like, bro, he's so crazy. He's so crazy, bro. Oh my god, that arc was insane, and even the whole scale with Aurora or whatever her name is, the demon.
Let me get into that.
Go ahead.
There's actually two other minor things I didn't like in this arc. She's one of them. But
Yeah,
before that, let me go back to
I wasn't a huge fan of her.
you remember I said the guy, he was like, "Oh, I didn't recognize it was Frieren, blah blah
Yeah,
blah."
the Lord.
Right
Yeah,
after that, like a minute after that, Fern had a speech where, when she first like encountered the demon and blew a hole in his chest.
yeah.
she had a speech. She was like, "Oh, if we didn't leave then, we would have been the ones dead." I was like, "Stop the cap, bro. There's no way y'all lose that fight when he got a hole in his chest." Cause later on she proceeds to destroy him in a 1v1. So how they lose that fight there? Like, cut the cap. I was like, Fern, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. You don't lose that. But anyway, the next thing that annoyed me was Aurora, whatever her name is, bro.
Aurora, yeah. I didn't. I'm not
Big,
gonna.
gigantic head.
I
I'm
didn't. I
like,
wasn't.
yo,
I wasn't a big fan of her either.
her big head. And look, what they said, she spent like 1,000 years training.
500.
I'm like, so wait. You spent all these years
500.
training
Yeah.
just to hold a scale and floodgate. I was like, okay. That's all you do. You hold a scale. That's it. That's it. That's really it. You hold a scale and then you lose at your scale. Okay. Okay.
Well, so real quick, Chris brought up a good point though. They were also defending the Lord. Like they probably still would have
Oh
won.
yeah. I know that.
They probably still would have won, but they would
He
have
would
been
have died.
handicapped.
He would have
Yeah,
died.
he would have died. Exactly. They wouldn't have came away unscathed, and I think that's more of her point is that like somebody would have died, and you know that I agree. Somebody would probably would have died.
I get that, but she was saying it like we all would have died. I'm like, nah, cut the cap. But it's not a big deal.
Yeah, fair. But go
Yeah.
back to Aurora. Yeah, big
Then
head, 500 years.
this. I think this was probably my girl's favorite part in the show. Like after this happened, she gave it a 9 automatically. She was like, "This starts at a 9 right here." When
What?
Frieren unleashed the mana.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When
Nah,
she unleashed the mana,
that was
outweighed
Aura.
her on the scale, and then said, "Kill yourself."
Yeah, nah. That was cold as fuck. That was cold because I didn't even care for Aurora, but that whole Frieren scene was straight Aura, dude. Straight Aura farming. There was no other point to that scene. Was just straight Aura farming, bro. Because even Frieren was like, yeah, if you had overwhelmed me, it probably would have been hard. But she already knew that Aurora had no idea what was finna happen, bro. And then the flashbacks, even with the whole mana with flame and stuff like that, whatever, and how it's like this one skill is devoted just for demons, and then you see it slowly just get larger and larger and larger, and then her mana just fucking looking like the fucking Big Bang Theory. Oh my god, bro, that shit was cold. And then she said, "Kill yourself." Now I was like, she turned around and said, "Kill yourself." I was like, "Yeah, nah, this is crazy." I was like, "Nah, she got too much aura right now, bro. They gotta dumb
When
it
we
down,
finished
bro."
that arc, I was like, this might be 9+ here, but you know, the show goes on.
The show goes on. You're right. You're right. I don't know what I can watch. I'm about to start an Ava, so I'm gonna give you my rating: 10 straight peak. Oh, bet.
I wish you could stick around since you said a 10.
No. Fire. All right, Dylan, I got you, but I'm gonna lock you in.
Because when people have a 10 on their mind, like I want them to hear all the bad points.
Yeah, there's some bad points, for sure. But go ahead. Legit peak scene. That
Yeah,
was so sick, bro. So gas.
I'm done with that arc there.
But yeah, so that was your turning point, which is good. Which is good.
Yeah, that was my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was your
Very
turning
good
point.
one, too.
I'm glad. What was other people's turning point? Because I'm gonna be honest, we're not gonna go too much into it because like I said, characters need to have their own separate conversations. Okay. They need to have I don't even care how long we spend on this. Characters need to have their own separate conversation. But my turning point where I was like, low key, this might be crazy as fuck, was when we met Stark. When we met Stark, and I was like, bro, this motherfucker look cold. Before he even uttered the word, this motherfucker look cold as hell. As hell. And then to find out he was fucking scared shitless and that the fucking dragon just flew away and that he got spared. To then find out that the dragon didn't get spared, bro. Stark was really just unaware of how crazy he was. Even the reason he left and had an argument with his master, right? Eisen, was because he punched him and he thought he was punched in disappointment and like felt like a failure. But meanwhile, Eisen like, I haven't felt fear like that in so fucking long because this motherfucker is so ungodly strong, bro. The dragon even realized how strong this motherfucker was. So he's pissing his pants. The dragon's pissing his pants. And it's just like funny, but it's like, oh shit, like this motherfucker really is tough, bro. He's really tough. You know what I'm saying? That's a later point. Let's get to it. That's a later point too, Smithy. But then when they fought the dragon, right, and they sent in him to do the 30 seconds, and he ended up fucking completely body. First of all, the fight was fire. I actually really fucked with the animation. It's a little bit different, a little bit of CGI and stuff, but I actually fucked with the animation heavy. He's telling them, hurry up, hurry up, kill him, kill him. Meanwhile, he done fucking bodied the fucking dragon already. It was crazy, bro. I was like, yo, this is crazy, bro. This is so crazy. And that's another thing too. We don't even know his full potential, bro. Oh my god. Yo, Stark was so tough, bro. Oh my god.
I will say when they first showed him and he was standing near the mountain,
yeah.
I knew immediately, like instantly, I knew he carved that himself.
Oh yeah. 100%.
You know why? Because of Demon Slayer. When they practice slashing the big boulder.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw that, I saw it like clean through. I was like, that's slash marks. Like that's a slash, and he's a demon if he did that. I know it's him. Like, bro, the second I seen it, I was like, I know it's him.
That was my turning point, bro. Because obviously you know how tough Frieren is, or how potentially tough Frieren is, right? We all know Frieren is fucking OP at this point. But we don't really know about, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know about Stark. And then like the details come out later and later, like, and it's also crazy too, because like you see how vulnerable he is and how, you know, he is scared. You know what I'm saying? He does feel fear, but you realize that like obviously feeling fear does not make you a bitch. It keeps you alive. It makes you stronger. So I like that concept because they even tapped into it there. But we didn't even know how tough, and we still don't even know how tough Stark really could be. That was that for me. That was my turning point because I was like, nah, this anime really does have untapped potential, crazy untapped potential, crazy. So I really enjoyed that part. Love how he always gets in the weird situations. The mid guy just took him on a mission mid-exam. Bro, legit, bro. He's also the king of side quests, which I also love. But we're gonna talk about Stark a little bit later.
No. Let's get into it right now. We on it.
No. There's so much more to unfold in the anime. There's so much to unfold in the anime, bro. We didn't even get to the other arcs.
I mean, to be honest, the other arcs don't need as much conversation to me. Well, there's one that needs the conversation, but like the next one coming up, I don't think so.
The next one after that was
what happened?
Was the goatee guy when he was the goatee priest? How he was basically, first of all, he's just so fucking talented as a priest, and how they were trying to get him to like leave and go adventure with Gorilla. With Gorilla, what is it? What's his name? Gorilla Warrior.
Gorilla Warrior.
Yeah, that little arc, that was just funny as shit, bro. I fucking love that shit.
That was a funny arc.
That was a funny arc, but that was a little arc. But also how like, I forgot his name. I forgot his actual name. I think it's like Saiyan or something like that. Whatever, Sane or something like that. That part, yes,
Smitty. There was
the blow on the kiss scene was one of the best scenes, bro. When she said, "I know how to," like, let me use the ultimate technique my master taught me, and blew him a kiss. I was like, ain't no fucking way, bro. And he's like, what the fuck is that? And then you turn around, and then Frieren and Stark are like, oh my god, like just fucking freaking out, bro. And how Himmel and the rest of them in this flashbacks reacted to it too. I'm like, bro, this is insane, bro.
Right now, I love every scene where Frieren smiles or does anything.
Yeah, no, facts, no,
anything that
bro
involves her showing a different emotion because normally she has a blank face.
A blank face, yeah. And then
Whenever she doesn't have a blank
yeah,
face,
bro.
I love it.
It's monumental, bro. It's monumental, bro. Bro,
When she
it was
smiles, I like it.
so funny, bro. Oh my fucking god. I'm like, nah, this is insane, bro. But it's just like the comedic genius behind it, I feel like it's super subtle that is so good, man. And I'm glad
I
we
would
had
be-
what?
That'd be like turning point 2, because that's where Frieren started showing way more personality.
Way more personality, yeah.
Because
I would say that, like, yeah, like, go ahead. Wait, what are you gonna say?
when he was like, "Oh, I need an old woman," and then she came out, bro. She came out there posing. She was like, "You're
Yo, yeah,
adopted."
yo, that shit was so. That's
She
what
had
Christian
all the
said.
confidence.
Yeah. It was so fucking gas, bro. And like coming off of a show where I felt like they try to overly be too funny to a show like this, where and I'm not hating. I'm really not hating. I feel like they tried to be overly too funny last Enemy Watch to this one where like it's super subtle but enjoyable. Like not just funny and comical, but it's enjoyable. I loved it, bro. Frieren giving the birthday gift, exactly. Like it was, I don't know, man. I feel like there's so many things to unpack, but I guess we'll go to the next big arc because we could sit here and talk about this shit forever, for real, because every scene can be unpacked, right? The anti, I'm not anti-Bochi.
Nah, you definitely anti-Vochi.
No. I'm saying
no, I
no.
haven't seen that hate from you since Boogie Pop
No,
Phantom.
no. I'm literally just saying that I felt like because this one was super subtle and we just came up one that was like super
Oh, no,
like
I get what you're
supposed to be
saying there. I'm
comical,
just
right?
saying, when we was
This,
reviewing Bochi, you definitely was anti-Bochi.
bro, I just thought it was bad. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're telling me. I don't know what you want me to say, bro. I just thought it was bad. Like, my bad, dude. I thought it was bad. All right, anyways.
Like, that was elite level hate.
So the next arc we need to unpack before the characters. We can skip a lot of other stuff and we can always go back to it, but because we're gonna go back to it when it comes to characters, anyways. Was the exams, the mage exams, right? The mage exams we gotta unpack just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Just a little bit. That's basically the end of the show.
No, yeah, but like we gotta unpack it, right? Because there's stuff that could have been before that, but the mage exams I thought were brilliant. I think the mage exam was brilliant. Like, you can say gas, you can say fire, you can say whatever you want. I think it was brilliant in the way that it was done. Because, of course, we have different animes that have the tournament arcs or the exam arcs and stuff like that, right? But this one took on a whole different, like, I feel like they did it so good, right? Because not only are we getting a bunch of new characters, we're getting a bunch of new characters. I feel like they found a way to incorporate the new characters, their background stories, and their glimpses of greatness so perfectly done in like a span of like, what, 6-7 episodes? I just thought it was so good, bro. I thought it was so good. I feel like every one of them had a good merit and a good little piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like every one of them had a little good piece of the pie. Bro, Eva Frieren,
I got a lot to say on this.
insane. Not just basic offensive, right? Then even more sick to see Fern's basic offensive magic kill these motherfuckers with their fancy. Precisely. And this is when Fern says, Frieren told me to only use basic offensive magic because it's good enough against this age. I'm like, bro, this is fucking, because that dives into a whole nother bag where you didn't even see full powered Fern. You didn't even see full power, bro. The side characters from Ubel to Werbel to the fucking guy, the clone dude. Like, I'm just like, damn, bro. There's so much fucking heat. There's so much here, bro. There's so much, bro. There's so much. And even the exams themselves, the first one being the fucking bird that's literally goddamn tougher than a dragon, faster than the fucking speed of sound. Like, it's crazy.
That bird was fire.
That bird was crazy, bro. Like, when you see Frieren and her and then Lorene and then the other girl who's the water mage, whatever, and they're like, oh, we got it. And then she's like, you better duck. and they're like, what? And they all duck, and you shit is just like, meow, break everything in the path, fucking goddamn split the fucking ocean. I'm like, what the fuck? Huh? Bro. The guy who was even there, the guy who was even there the whole time, Ubel, who was a fucking like crazy psychotic, or not even crazy psychotic, she was a mastermind, methodic killer, bro. Like, bro. The whole exams was
A
so
lot to say here.
Go ahead. There's a lot to say here, bro. There's so much here, bro. Go ahead. Start us off.
It's like going into it when it first started off, I was like, okay, I think okay, first going into this, right? Like let's say like around episode 15-ish, that's when I went on my anime list and realized Frieren is the #1 anime. It's the #1 rated, highest rated. So
Wow. What?
now I have higher expectations. Just letting y'all know. So we get to this part, and this is around like what, episode 20-ish. And
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be honest with you, so far, it's not living up to my standards of a #1 anime.
Yeah, because it
Like,
goes
it's a
back into
great
like
show.
it goes back into like coasting. It does go back into coasting.
Yeah, it's a great show and all, but I'm like, this is not giving me #1 anime ever made. Not in any way.
Yeah, nah.
But so we get to the exam and the fight starts, and I'm like, okay, maybe this whole arc is gonna carry like no other. I see the potential. The fights start out great. The new characters are awesome. I was like, oh, this is crazy. You had that psychopath guy that's just slashing everyone up.
I know, Smithy, I
And
know.
yo, when they showed his team, I was like, yo, his team is crazy, and they're all on demon time.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The guy that cuts everyone up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they had this old man who's just wise and super strong. And then when his team started making a move, I was like, wait, this is not even fair. Like, you have him who's like arguably the strongest here besides Frieren. And then he has somebody on his team that just teleports. I was like, yo, this is like, as soon as they found the bird, they just teleported and swooped it. I was like,
Yep.
yo, how is his team this blessed? Like,
Yep.
how? How? Because he himself is already a force, and now you got a teleporter. I was like, this is insane. This is insane. It just kept getting crazier, and then
It's
we
coming,
know
guys.
Fern put it in that work
hmm
as always. I like that concept, the whole concept of just the basics, basic
Yep.
magic, basic mana suppression, just absolute basics lead into really good fights. It's a really good concept here.
Mm.
Other shows have tried it. This show does it the best. Then, what I didn't like,
Chris, we're gonna get to that. Yo, facts, bro, facts. Go ahead.
oh, just reading what he said. Yeah, what I didn't like now is that people were dying. People were dying in this exam that they claim they want to be peaceful. I'm like, what? The logic is just not adding up here. Because in the first test, there's absolutely no way to prevent you dying. You just get packed out. You get killed.
Yeah, they said they
And I'm like,
wanted it to
this
be
this
peaceful.
doesn't align with what they're saying about how they're trying to get a peaceful exam that really gauges everyone's skill. Like, it's not aligning.
hmm
The logic aside, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like, everything is good. The fights are good. The freaking everything's playing out really entertaining. Animation's good. Then we get to the second arc where they reiterate, "Oh, I'm trying to have a peaceful tournament here. I don't want to see bloodshed, blah blah blah." Meanwhile, this whole thing is designed for people to die. Like, it don't make no sense. The logic ain't adding up, bro. And the fact that that girl who said that entered the dungeon, she became a boss.
Yep.
So you got Frieren in there. You got the instructor in there who's freaking hair demon. And then you got the old man in there too. You got to fight on top of everybody else. So you got 3 boss fights automatically plus everybody else. So I'm
So
like, this
let
it's
me
not
so
adding
let
up,
me
bro.
so let me say one thing about the The bird one. Yes, they like the bird exam. Yes, they wanted it to be peaceful. Obviously, it's not going to be like straight up just nothing happens. Like, of course, there's going to be some things that go on. They said they wanted to be peaceful, not that it was peaceful. And also, if you remember, they flash back to at a later time. They flash back to well, they even talked about Ubel and how she killed one of the proctors, right? And then they did a flashback for it a little bit later. But in regards to how it was the year previous or 3 years previous, this one is intended to be peaceful, right? However, I mean, that's only because obviously one of the fucking proctors died. But however, things happen. Also, I want to touch on the fact that what Chris said too, like the fucking old dude ripping off his shirt when they had no mana left and say, we about to just fucking duke it out, bro. I don't give a flying fuck, bro. We finna get jiggy. That was amazing. I fucking love that. But I love all their fights. I love how Fern even has the attention to detail. She knows that Werble is not the strongest in that group, even though he's supposed to be, right? Like he's also a commander and stuff like that, whatever. And then to touch on like Denkin's party and stuff like that, whatever. I love the fact that they like the fucking Earth dude. He was smart. He knew exactly why he didn't want to fight that pair and the potential of them, which is why he even went and took matters into his own hand and put them onto a fucking elevated surface where they're nowhere near any water or anything like that. So he can like solidify because he knew, because they didn't underestimate them by any token, right? By any token. They did not underestimate Frieren's group. And then Frieren and how like one of the proctors is saying nobody can break this barrier and like no one's on her level. They're talking about Siri and all this stuff, whatever, you know. And then Frieren just goes out here and says, "Let my bitch free," and fucking broke the barrier. I thought that also showed, one, we now know how Frieren equals or somewhat equals to the strongest mage ever.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that. I like that we actually see a little bit more of Fern's diversity, because even though it's like a bunch of basics and stuff like that, whatever, you get to see how like she's even starting to come into her own because of the fact that she can even detect, like she can even do, like she can even, and this is before she actually does it, right? But this is before she verbally says it. She can detect fluctuations of mana and she can identify who's who. Also, Denkin, obviously he's one of the strongest, but he's also one of the most reasonable and one of the smartest, because he knows, bro, I need this girl to get this fucking bird and get the fuck out, because we can only do it once. We can't do it again. They're gonna see through it and we're gonna get bodied. So I think there's a lot of subtle things that happen, and the power scaling is kind of like the power scale is kind of made in the first test between Werble, Ubel, the glasses dude, the mage with Werble, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of the power scaling is shown in that first exam, and now we can continue. That's why I think that first exam was super important. What's good? Okay. I love Ubel's way of thinking, saying that the magic people specialize in the magic people specialize in it is the key to their personality, and thinking about how Fern is just a mini Frieren. She doesn't have a real passion or personality. She's just using the basic spells. On God. Peaceful, she lied and said I killed her. No, facts. Exactly, yeah. Where Fern said I killed her without a moment's hesitation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like little stuff like that, bro. Someone hasn't been analyzing the barrier since yesterday, right? Yeah, no, it's like little subtle things that really make that fucking first test like a banger, bro. You didn't fuck with this one? You didn't fuck with this one because it's not romance. Nah, I'll fuck with you, okay. But go ahead, continue. I just need to touch on that.
Who, me?
Yeah. Because you wanted to go into the other one.
Yeah, so we get into the next exam. Here's where I started like disliking multiple things. I mean, obviously, I'm loving the fights and stuff, but here's where I started disliking multiple things. Number one, this dungeon for me did not live up to my expectations. I wanted to see more diversity, like enemies. We really only seen like 2 enemies. Everything else was just like clones.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like that was disappointing. I wanted to see like different magical monsters because we're not getting too many magical monsters in the show. So I wanted to see more of that. So I thought this dungeon was a good opportunity, but no.
Well, we saw like we saw we saw a decent bit. I mean, I
We got the
guess
we
we
got
got we got the
stuff that
original
ties in.
demon. We got the original demon, right? We got the dragon. We got the other demons, and one of the great demon lords.
Nah, come on. We're not counting all these demons. Come on.
Okay, okay, fine. We got the original demon, which has to be its own because he literally made their basic offensive magic, which is Ultrac. So him, the other demons, we got the dragon, we got the one that dived them when they were transporting as a group. That fucking bird that looks like a fucking like I think it's like Samorg, like a wind monster. Oh yeah, it's similar to Yu-Gi-Oh. It's literally the Samorg bird in fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. We got the fast little tiny fucking strong ass bird. We got what is it? Oh fuck. What's the name of that shit? We got the whatever. We got the big ass owl all in the same token. We got the wolves. We got the wolves.
I'm not really counting anything that dies instantly.
I mean, but they're showing other creatures, and then like there's like even the demons are like final bosses in their own right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Oh yeah, yeah, those are good.
but
Those are
there
good.
could probably be more. You're right. I think there could be more. There probably could be more. Yeah,
Like
I
even the
agree.
most disappointing shows have a little more than this.
Fair.
But yeah, so the dungeon was more of a gimmicky thing, which disappointed me. I wanted to
Mhm.
see more like real dire scenarios, real oh my gosh, we're so cooked. Like even in solo leveling, when they got to the lower floors, like you're like, yo, we're cooked. Like we're done. I didn't
Fair.
feel that way in the show. It never had that. It never had those moments where it's just, oh man, it's over. It never had its over moment. It never left me like extremely tense.
Hmm.
It was just, it was more like entertainment. It was never hitting my emotions that hard for me.
Okay.
But yeah, then we have like I said, the instructor being in there is a death sentence by itself. Like you got to fight her. And I thought it was cool how like them strategizing to defeat themselves. That was cool, but it was also kind of whack because they respawned in. I was like, are you serious? We just beat these enemies and they respawned.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that.
I mean, well, that's the whole thing though. Like talking about like he sounds like a Boogie Pop fan. No, Ubel murdered her though. Yeah, I did not like the respawn. Um, so let me see something. Let me catch up real quick. Most of the clones are the enemy. That's like a bit of the whole dungeon facts. I was like 5 episodes in and felt like nothing hooked me at all. Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of it. Okay, is that it's a slow burner. You would have to like try to tough it out, but it's well rewarding when you do. We got plenty of mimics. They remain, yeah, mimics. Ubel and Frieren probably only two that could have beaten the hair mage. Maybe Fern. I think Fern could have. I think Fern could have. But I think Ubel and Frieren are the de facto that could have beat it. But the reason why I wasn't mad at the respawn, right, is because the whole point of the dungeon, right, is to be able to make it out alive and make it to the end. And we found out, information wise, right, that the boss, the final boss, is the reason why these clones are happening and why clones people like damn near exact copies and shit, right? But until you defeat it, it respawns. I think that's very fair. I think that's very fair for a final boss of the labyrinth of becoming
No, it's fair.
a first class mage where there's only 45 ever recorded. You know what I'm saying? There's only 45 ever recorded. If you want to be in this type of tier, in this type of echelon, you have to overcome it. So I
It's
think
fine.
that's fair. I think it's fair.
It just
I didn't.
didn't align with the logic, like I said from before, where we're trying to have it like super peaceful and blah blah blah. Yet you have yourself in here and Frieren, and
Well, I
they're
think that's.
respawning.
Well, I think that's the whole
Like
thing, though, right? I think that's the
this
whole
is a,
thing.
but this is a terrible year to take the exam because of that. But anyway, this also leads to one of my girl's like least favorite moments.
Okay.
She personally did not like the fact that the the instructor was in the dungeon and we found out how her powers are from a dummy. She didn't like that. She wanted she wanted the actual person to do the power reveal, not learn about them from a dummy. So that was like really disappointing for her.
Well, here's the thing, though. But this is what they alluded to, and if you, oh shit, this is what they alluded to, and if you like, if you gotta like really, really stay locked in too, right? Is um, I get what you're saying, right? I get what you're saying that we had to
Well,
like
it's
it
not
was.
me. That's what how she was thinking.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Well, yeah. So I understand the logic where it's like the dumb like yeah like the it's unfolded and it's like shown through the dummy. But if you remember between Frieren's and from Ubel's, they're not necessarily up to date. So even though like it shows and it's very close in terms of like the copy, even the four-eyed dude I think had unveiled that like it's not a complete copy, which leaves the room for growth, meaning like the actual
Yeah, yeah,
user can be far stronger than what this
yeah,
dummy is.
definitely.
But yeah, yeah,
She just
peaceful
wanted
is
a
crazy.
grand reveal from the source
No, that's fair.
itself.
That's fair. That's fair. Also, the whole peaceful thing, I think is like it's like, oh yeah, we want it to be peaceful. But meanwhile, it's like one of the hardest things and the most like dangerous things out there, which is why they even gave you a dummy that saves you. So, and
Even that,
if you die, it's kind of your fault because you have a dummy. Now, if you get caught
no,
lagging, like
no, no,
yeah, now if
no,
you get caught
no.
lagging
At
like that,
first, I thought that until you saw her appear. When you saw the instructor appear, like insta killing people, I was like, the dummy can't save you here,
no, it did, it
because
did, it saved them.
it ended up saving them by just pure writing. But she basically could have pierced all their hearts in 10 seconds,
Yeah,
and
if
it
you
was
got caught
like
lacking, that's on you. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
they all got pierced. It just happened to not be in the heart, just by pure writing. But the point is, like, it was not safe in any way. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, how are you saying this is your peaceful test and this looks like the most dangerous thing ever with you in here personally killing everyone? Like, the
That's fair.
logic just don't be adding up with these people in power. I feel like they have poor logic in this show. Minus the old man, but he's not in power. Old man smart as hell.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
Then
fair.
we fast forward.
Hmm.
Fast forward to now this is ooh, fast forward to when the exam completed,
Okay.
right?
I'm gonna grab a sec, but I'm
Anything you
listening.
want
I'm
to say
listening.
before that?
No, 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 no. Hold on. Is there anything? Hold on. Anybody in chat? Is there anything that you guys want to add about the museum that you liked or disliked, whatever, before we move on? Also, I'm gonna get a snack. I'm listening, but CJ is gonna like look at whoever said something in chat, and then we're gonna continue. I just need to get a snack. I'll be back.
Yes, Smitty, he's leaving mid WeebWatch. This is why we gotta like fire him. Telling you, bro, he keeps demanding more pay for WeebWatch, and he don't even want to be here. This man be charging you guys more for subscriptions, and then he don't show up. We gotta impeach him. Make WeebWatch great again. He's anti WeebWatch. Yeah, we need those hats. We need those hats. Make WeebWatch great again. But yeah, since he's listening and nobody said anything, we're gonna fast forward to when the exam ends.
Huh? Right.
So I don't know where to start here. I got so many thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Okay, first of all, let me tell you, like in this show, there's a lot of great moments, right? But this show for me wasn't like peaking
Mm-hmm.
as far as like some other shows, especially like action shows.
Okay.
It wasn't peaking for me like how you said, oh, this whole exam arc was just brilliant. I would never use that word. Although the first section I would say could be brilliant. The other two sections lowered it for me.
Okay.
Especially the last section. We get to the last section where the elf lady who just
Theory.
says, "Oh, you pass, you fail, you pass, you fail,"
Mm-hmm.
and she's a certified Frieren hater, automatically fail Frieren. Now, I would have been pissed with that decision, but Frieren herself, she already knew she doesn't care, so that's why I'm a little chill with it. But
Mm-hmm.
it was just like, yo, that's so petty. Like you have this little toddler in charge of everything, and if you're a regular person, bro, you did your whole life training, you do all this just to encounter a hater that says, "Oh, you cannot pass because I don't like how you see things." Like this professional hater just denies you your whole life's work.
D1 hater.
And then she banned Freeman for 1,000 years. Like the level of hating is just so stupid, bro. And this is actually I'm gonna tell you right now. Remember I said back in the demon arc, my girl said, "Oh,
I had a
automatically
granola bar.
lying," right?
Yeah.
When she saw the hater and those stupid comments she was saying and how she was hating, she, she drastically lowered the show. Like
What?
she absolutely hated all that nonsense about not passing Freerin, just being a little brat, just I don't like I don't like you because the flower spell me while she's using the flower spell and all this stuff. Like the level of just nonsense and hating just made her
Mm-hmm.
tank this show, bro. Telling you right there,
The ban for 1,000 years is
tank it.
crazy. Mm-hmm. I wasn't.
And personally, it didn't
No.
like hurt me that much. Like I didn't strongly feel about it, but I was like, yeah, this is pretty corny. But I did agree with most of her decisions.
So.
Which leads me to which
Okay.
leads me to the one peak moment in the show, the moment that did peak for me, the moment that hit me as hard as any other moment in most anime. When they said, bro didn't even show up to the exam,
Yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
that was the most peak moment in the show for
Nah.
me. When they said he didn't show up, like he's at
Yup.
home sipping tea.
Sipping tea, bro, is crazy. Yo. Nah, he's crazy. He's crazy. And bro, when I first watched it, I was like, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Like, he's so tough. He's finna go so crazy next season. He's finna go so crazy next season. Yo, I'm like, yo, what? Bro didn't even fucking pull. Yo, he's back in Bumblefuck, Kansas? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's literally one of the best moments in all
Yep.
of anime, bro.
Yo, back home
I'm
sipping
gonna talk
tea.
about that for years.
Bro. Yeah, Ubel was on his body, bro. Ubel was on his body. And even she didn't notice. You know what I'm saying? Like, so here's what I'll think. Here's one thing I'll say though. And the first time I ever watched this show, I was equally as mad. I'm like, how the fuck is Freeman not a first class mate? So here's what I surmised, right? Here's what I surmised. Remember, Siri's intuition never fails. It doesn't lie. So even if she doesn't like you, or even if she has like a vendetta and stuff like that against you, even if that is the case, hear me out. Even if that is the case, the reason why she failed her is because she recognized, this is my own theory, is because she recognizes that Frieren is above a first class. She is on par with her own self. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's really, I don't know if this is true or not, right? But I feel like she, in her mind, she's like, I'm not gonna make you a first class mage when you're already a legendary mage. Even if she's not even if she's not stronger than Ciri, she's probably just as strong, and it does nothing for Frieren's legacy. Frieren already has a legacy. She has accolades. She's already defeated the Demon King. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to make Frieren a first class mage when she's even beyond that. The people who are first class mages still, right? Still need growth, still need polishing. When she asked when she asked her favorite or her best student, and he said, "Oh, I could see the fluctuations in her mana," and then asked one of the other first class mages, he was like, "No, it makes no sense. Why would they do that? It's silly," and he couldn't even detect it, right? They each have their own faults, and even the old man trying to fight Frieren in the end, trying to prove something while he's still alive and he can to Ciri, even though he doesn't have to prove anything to Ciri, right? I think all that tells me, at least, that Ciri recognizes Frieren as a legendary mage on a class equal to her own. So
I like all that. I like her comments on the other people. It's just when it comes to Frieren, she's a little too bratty for me, bro.
no, but it is annoying. It is annoying. It definitely
She
is
was
annoying.
hating since day one.
It is annoying that she's hating like crazy on Frieren, but I think that's my own thought process behind it, because her intuition doesn't lie. So there's no point for her to fail Frieren unless that was the reason. And give Frieren a new sign that she's the top dog. Oh, she's beyond the first class. So, yo, pull up, what's good, bro? We finished it. We're actually discussing that. We're actually like discussing it still. Also, Tristan, thank you for the follow, brother. We're just oh wow, voice crack. We're discussing the anime. We're like doing like a book club kind of, where you just like, once you finish with it, you discuss it. So we're actually at the end of it. But yeah,
There's some contradictions here. I
What
see pointed out. It says like she says mastering like mana restraining techniques is freaking useless or a waste of time, but she spent 100 to 200 years mastering it.
wait, who said that?
The freaking elf girl.
Oh,
Ciri.
Ciri?
Yeah, she also said I should never have a human apprentice. At the sight of Fern, ooh, human apprentice, and she had one in the past also. Like, bro, she just be contradicting, just like the
Yeah,
flower field. She had the flower
yeah.
field there.
That's fair. I mean, she does, but I think there's a deeper meaning behind that, because of the fact that like she realizes how impractical it is and how ridiculous it is, right? She realizes, because like, think about it this way, right? You ever like you ever know that you're wasting time, right? You know that you're wasting time, but at the same time, you know that you love the process. You know what I mean? Like, you know that you're wasting time. You know that you probably could be doing something better or something different, but you love the process, and you love, or you really like what you're doing, even if it is a waste of time, even if it is mean like it'll take a little bit longer, or it may not actually be worth it. It's worth it because of, how you enjoy it in the moment and the whole process to getting there. So I feel like I'm getting more of that type of feel for Ciri, even though she's annoying as fuck because she's like a D1 hater. I think that's more of where it's going. I think that's the angle it's taking for me. Historical animation, good music, good world building. I agree, Flub. I think that's the angle it's taken. I mean, I could be wrong, obviously. We don't actually know, but I feel like it's one of those, because like she probably sees she probably sees the weaknesses and the vulnerabilities in
I
herself,
love you, bitch.
the vulnerabilities in herself, and that's why she wants a mage. She wants a mage. She wants an ideal mage, but right now the ideal mage does not exist. She doesn't, but that she doesn't want Freerens because she sees how she sees the potential that Frieren could have, and she even knows that Frieren has spent a lot of time necessarily like like not necessarily like getting stronger when she could have been. You know what I mean? Like Frieren could be. She even said that Frieren's was regarded as an unimpressive mage for how long she's been alive. So she's dissatisfied with the mage that Frieren could be versus the mage that she is. You know what I'm saying? Or am I chatting? I might be yapping. I could be yapping.
No,
But
no, no. I mean, you saying the facts. It's just she's
It-
still
it-
annoying.
she's still annoying. She's still a D1 hater though. But I think that's the reason why she didn't pass Freeren. I don't think she didn't pass Freeren because she doesn't think she's qualified. She knows she's qualified. It's
No,
not.
she definitely knows.
She knows. She knows. 100%. She knows. Also, yeah, like Siri herself is fucking suppressing her mana, and it's still insane. Her mana is still insane, which is crazy as fuck. But yeah, both OPs were S tier. I didn't see those. I need to watch those. Who was everyone's favorite character? We finally got to the character segment. There's a lot to unpack here.
I need to finish my Stark freaking summary. So
Stark
another
is my
thing that
favorite.
another thing that disappointed me was actually that I don't get enough Stark.
I know.
I don't get
know.
enough Stark. We barely got Stark. Like the whole last arc, Stark was absent.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Bro,
could have used more
the
Stark.
whole last arc, no Stark. I'm like, yo, if Stark doesn't perform a double shift next season, it's automatically getting a -1. Stark
Mm.
needs to do a double shift next season.
Nah, honestly, bro, I just know they cooking up something crazy. I just know because he is so tough. That's why I don't want to go too much into the characters because personally, like when I first watched this, I was like Stark is my favorite, and then upon rewatch, it became harder to tell who my favorite character was. But I still, you know what got me at the very end. Well, I'm still like, damn, who is my favorite? Like literally the last scene at the very, I'm like, who's my favorite character? Because I really love Fern, I fucking love Frieren, and I love Stark. And I'm like, bro, I don't know who would be my favorite. But then I'm like, when they were leaving, right? And Stark is saying bye to everyone. They're like, oh, what are you plans for today? Oh, do you want this? Oh no, sorry, I'm leaving. Like, oh, thank you for helping me. Like he is the embodiment of, and obviously we know that he's supposed to be the next Himmel in terms of like the group, right? But he really is the embodiment and the icon for a hero and what a hero should be. And I loved him ever since I first met him. And I know he has so much untapped potential. We don't even have a quarter of what he's gonna be able to do. Stark is my favorite.
I felt
Oh
like
my
that was
God.
a negative in this show because we didn't get enough Stark.
We didn't get enough Stark. That's true. That is the negative.
And another thing,
The story
along
village,
with
yeah.
Stark, we didn't get nearly enough. Well, I don't know if you guys wanted it, but the biggest glazer in the show, the freaking legendary sword hero, we don't get to really see him fight. All we do is glaze him all day long, and we don't really get to see him fight.
Oh, Hemo?
We just talk about, yeah, we just talk about how great he is in combat. We never really see him fight. We seen him slash one thing, that's about it. So I'm like, that's a negative for me also, because if we gonna glaze him like this, we need to pull up a flashback of him going
Yeah.
crazy.
I do think they could have implemented a flashback of them fighting because we didn't get enough of the, like, we got a lot of their story, but I also recognize that I knew for a fact this wasn't gonna be the only season, and I also recognize the fact that like they're still building. Like this was just the tip of the iceberg. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So
I hope so.
that's what I recognize, and that's how I felt. But I do agree with what you're saying because I do think, and I say the same thing for other enemies. I do think we should have gotten, because I do agree, we should have gotten some more action from the flashbacks. We should have gotten some more Stark, but I do realize that there's like only so much they can really do for a season. Like they already have 28 episodes. they would have had to go to 76. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
And
saying
just made it
if
made the whole thing one season.
it might be okay now, but I'm saying if Stark is not pulling a double shift next season, it's gonna be a problem.
Different. No. True. You're right. Himmel fails to pull the sword and then just rolls with it. Fine, I'm not the real hero. I'll just be a fake hero that kills the Demon King and no one will care. No, 100%. I love Hemo. Hemo was fucking gas, bro. Hemo was gas. Hemo was gas. And also, one of the things I wanted to talk about too is Hemo as a character because he obviously saw the little things and the glimmers and glances of Frieren and you know her emotions and stuff like that. He knew all this before she did, obviously. And to touch back to like one of the scenes where um the flower crest bracelet, right? Stark got it for Fern, which is another inkling of their romance, and then how they flash back to Hemo got Freeman the ring, and they're like, oh yeah, he probably didn't know what it meant either, but he 110% knew what it meant. He got on one knee and gave it to her, and that's why it means so much to her now because she's realizing the feelings that he had. That was beautiful moment. A beautiful moment. I think that was such a fucking bro. That was sentimental for me. I was like, that is so fucking fire, bro. We need more action scenes of Hemo, but that was truly an amazing moment. Now I gotta do all the poses and stuff, and then by the end we see how thoughtful he really. No, 100%. I think they just it was full. Oh no, you good. I just love I love all his instances, man, and I love his I just love his personality. I love how iconic he is and how like how much he meant to people, and I love that he impacted so many, but obviously he impacted Frieren in a different way than anyone else. And now she's beginning to do her own. It's like her own arc now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I loved it. But Stark is my favorite though.
Yeah, so like I said, it's a negative for me that we don't get enough Stark. It's a negative for me that we don't get action scenes of Hemel when he's like being glazed the most. And
Yeah.
then uh what's that next thing? I had remembered this one other point. Oh, let me know if I'm missing something. When they went to the sword village and they saw the sword in the ground, it annoyed my soul that Stark didn't even try to pull it out.
Trying to pull it out. Yeah. No. Yeah. I wanted to see him try to. I'm gonna be honest. I wanted him to see. I wanted to see that as well. I wanted to see him try to, and I didn't remember if he did or didn't. But
He didn't even
yeah,
go in the cave.
I agree. But he's not a warrior. He's a hero. I mean, sorry, he's a hero, not a warrior. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I agree, but he's not a hero. He's a warrior. Yes, that's true. He is a warrior. He's not a hero. But
Like he could
I
at
would like
least
to see him
look
try.
in the cave, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I would like to see
he
him
didn't
try.
even take a step
Yeah.
toward the cave or anything. That's crazy.
Nah. I agree though. I agree. And he obviously learned sword fighting as well because when he had to pretend to be the noble
Right.
son, he learned the technique. So we
See,
know at least he does know how to fight with a sword. He has training in the sword arts. So we do know there could be some potential sword play because he did learn it while he was the nobleman's son. So he's might be an axe right now, just like his sensei, but at some point he has to level up. So maybe we get a little bit more. Maybe we get some sword play next season.
let me clarify that. I'm not saying that I need him to pick up the sword and use it. I'm just saying like at least try.
Yeah, no.
And secondly, what you guys are saying like, oh, he don't need it, blah blah blah. Like they could have played on that. They could have played on that by giving us more Stark content, showing that he's really him. He don't need no sword. He's really about that axe life. They could have played on that hard, but we didn't get
I mean,
enough
but we
Stark.
we didn't, we didn't get enough Stark. I agree, but we already knew he didn't need the sword. We knew that from the jump. We knew that from the jump. But
Well,
we did
it's
need
all
more
fun and
Stark.
games till we see the real big boys, because we didn't really see him fight a real big boy yet. So
That's true.
we're not gonna overglaze him too much yet.
That's fair. That's fair.
He might need that sword.
Um, They gotta add swords, swordsman, and just watch Demon Slayer. Nah, that's crazy. But yeah. Who's everyone's favorite character?
Um,
I said Stark. I know
Mine
Chris said
is
Stark. Smithy, who was yours? Also, yeah, Flame, whatever her name is. She is a great character too. I would have liked a little bit more of her too. The original Frieren Sensei. I would have liked that.
I didn't
One
have
star.
to think about this at all. My favorite character is Frieren. My second favorite character is the guy that never left home.
I forgot his name too, bro. Flambe, okay, Frieren, okay. Also Stark. One star, two Frieren, three Hemo. Mine's the same as Chris, but three is Fern. This rewatch has made me really love Fern. I fuck with Fern heavy, bro. Heavy. She's about to be so fucking good. Cause honestly, this rewatch has really made me see how fucking crazy she really is. Cause there's like little stuff that I didn't even notice that like I've like noticed now, and like they reiterate it too, but now I'm seeing it at the height that it is. She's about to be crazy. Like Fern is no, she's gonna be crazy, bro. Fern than the guy who never left home. All right, bet. What's everyone's rating then, baby? What's everyone's
All right.
rating?
To remind y'all, like when they reveal the whole, oh, she decides who pass and blah blah blah, like
Yeah, Dylan said
my
10.
girl had this show at a 9, and then that just tanked this whole show for her. Like she did not like that writing. It
I
was
feel like she's missing the
crazy.
point a little bit though. You know what I mean? I
No,
feel like she's
it's
missing.
not about the point. The point you a little
For sure.
see most of the good thing about the point you said is just speculation.
Well, no. But even the point of the show wasn't for Frieren to become a rank one or a first rank mage. You know what I'm saying?
It was just the character. Like she never liked that character. That character always annoyed her every time they're on
No, true.
scene.
That is true though. She is a V1
And
hater,
like
bro.
it it's the type of character that she personally hates the most in real life, so she not messing with it.
Okay.
So that tanked the whole show, like from what could have been a
In your
solid
top
9, high
five,
8.
9.7 from Smithy. Top five.
So
I'm
y'all
gonna be.
about to be salty with this one.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna put her rating first.
Yeah. What's our rating?
7.9.
7.9.
Yeah, shit really fell in the last like 2 episodes there, or last episode, whatever that was. The last
Nah,
episode
there's no
killed.
way you go from a 9 to 7.9. Come on, bro.
Not like
That's
a 9 to 7.9, but it was like a high 8, 9 to 7.9. It's basically 1 point off. That's fair. I drop stuff off of a whole point all the time.
all right, fair. That's fair. 9.3 from Chris. Okay. Okay. Month of Smithy coming to a close. Absolutely, bro. I know, right, Chris? All right, CJ.
For me, like I said, this show for me, it was great. A lot of
Mhm.
great moments. It never really peaked for me. The only moment that really peaked for me was like in the demon backstory, and then it didn't peak again. And even that demon backstory wasn't like the greatest peak for me as far as other anime I've seen. But
Mhm.
then at the end when they said the guy never left home, that was also a peak moment for, and that raised back the score a little bit.
Okay.
With that said, I still don't. We didn't get nearly enough Stark. That's a minus. We didn't get any significant Himmel action scene, and he's being glazed the most for his action, so that's a minus. I didn't like the way the dungeon played out and how they contradict about how, oh, it's supposed to be peaceful and whatnot, and
I'm not scoring LKs. Yeah, nah, cause LK, I can't put that on there. You watch 5 episodes, I can't do that, bro. That's crazy. Hell no. Yeah, whoever didn't finish it, no. You gotta finish it. All right, what's your thing? What is it, CJ? What's your rating? No, you can't kick him. You can't kick me, Biggie. It was ass though. You gotta finish it, brother. All right, come on, talk to me, CJ. Hello? Did bro lag out? CJ did not put it. Yo, guys, let me tell you how much I think I know CJ. I think he's gonna do an 8.4. Okay.
Where did I cut out?
You didn't give your rating at all, so
Like, what was the last thing I said?
minus for you said minus for two things.
Yeah, I was saying I said the minus for barely
Nah, not
any
lower
start.
Smithy. Okay.
Said minus for the we didn't get any significant Himmel action, but he's being glazed the most for action. Minus for girl at the end, the big hater.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking the dungeon did not give me enough like monsters. The show in general didn't give me enough monsters that they fight, like significant threats.
Okay.
It didn't peak too much for me. It like kind of peaked in the demon arc, and then it peaked when it said the guy never left home. That's about it for me.
Mm-hmm.
No real like emotion. It didn't draw any real emotion out of me, like intense despair, like oh man, they're gonna die,
Okay.
or any like really truly sad moment for me that really hit me. Nothing like that was happening.
Okay.
Man, I really wanted some more monster diversity. But anyway, so and then they overplayed the joke. They overplayed that corrupt priest joke. That was his whole personality. Corrupt priest drinks too much. Corrupt priest. They overplayed the soul out of that. And I already said I'm not the biggest fan of Fern. I respect her skills. She might be the greatest to ever touch that staff,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like her personality.
Okay.
With that said, 8.3.
Yo, guys, talk to me. What I say, 8.4? To y'all? Did not say it was like an 8.4? Bro, I know CJ. I know CJ, bro. I know it. I know it.
I had it at 8.4 the whole time. The ending took it off that point. When we saw the decision making Hayden at the end, it took off that point to a 8.3.
I'm telling. I know. I told you. I know CJ. That's my dog, bro. No, it's not predictable. I just know he's a fair. He's a fair, and that's why I fuck with him. He's a fair. Like he has fair takes. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the dislikes, like he's fair in rating. This type of anime, there's no way. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this anime, there's no way it gets a sub 8. I don't think there's any way it gets a sub 8. If people finish it, I don't think there's any way it gets a sub 8. Unless you really just don't like this type of genre. Like I'm sure there's people who don't like it. Like I know there's people out there who don't like it, but I think I feel like I think if you interviewed 2,000 people, 90% of the people would say it's an 8 and above. I'll probably say 95% 8 and above. All right, bet. So 8.3 for CJ, 9.3 for Chris, 7.9 for CJ's girl, 9.7 for Kyle, a 10 for Dylan, and time for my rating. For original facts. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I really fuck with this one. Even on rewatch, I actually watched it faster on rewatch than I did when I first watched it. To be honest, on rewatch, I watched it faster than I did on the first watch. Me and my dog Chris are on lockstep, bro. Me and my dog Chris are on lockstep, bro. This is a 9.3 for me, bro. For me, the rewatch, I would say it probably went down, probably like a point or two. I would say probably a point or two. It went down. Um, I mean, not a like I don't because when I first watched it, I didn't rate it really. But if I'm thinking about the feeling, I like the first. Obviously, I liked it way better. Like not way better. I liked it better when I first watched it, but I don't think about much. So maybe like it went down a point or two. But like, bro, I love talking about it. I enjoy the characters much more. I enjoy the characters much more too. And I saw a lot of like small things that like really fucking like I loved. I was like, oh, I love seeing this shit, bro. Like, oh, this is amazing. Like honestly, it could, it could almost be. I didn't rate it the first time, so it could almost be even for me. To be honest, I don't really know. I didn't rate it the first time. Had I rated it back then, it probably would have been. It would have definitely been around 9.3, 9.5. Anywhere from 9.5 to 9.3, it would have been there. So 9.3 for me. Fire, fire. This is my highest rated so far. To be honest, like I really fucking love this one. So
Is that how you feel though? You felt like this was the highest rated thing you've seen?
yeah, in terms of quality, yeah, absolutely. Because some things I love and I like that they did like really really good, but there's like they were missing certain things and like like upon rewatch some of them weren't as good as they once were and like like I rewatched a lot of these, you know what I'm saying? So for me on the rewatch, that's why like Helsing went up for me. Like the rewatch, I feel like did a good job in terms of like me grading a lot of these shows. I definitely think this is the best one I've watched thus far. Like first watch for certain things, I really enjoyed them. But in terms of like overall, like thinking about it, yeah, I think this is the most complete. I think it's the most complete. Boku no Pico? No, I'm not. Really fucks with this? Nah, Helsing was a great one. Yeah, no. Helsing, yo, our monthlies have been fucking gas. I went to watch the Texas game at his place and he was big timing and all. Okay, that's fire. Oh, I'll be right back, yo. Hold on, my pizza's here. All right, we're about to do the thing.
We should do a review on the computer chair since this is like the primary anime.
Yeah, I'm here.
Bro, LK, you literally talking shit about the two highest rated things we got.
That's what I'm saying. He's smoking crack. Okay, okay, only likes rom com. Okay, only likes rom com. You gotta forgive him, man. He likes rom com.
I do not forgive.
But all right, back. So guys, we have a double spin. Double spin.
But let me clarify what I just said. I do forgive. I just don't forgive LK.
Okay. Mm. Okay. Double spin. The monthly and the weekly. Which one do we want to do first?
Yeah, let's do monthly.
Monthly? Monthly. Let's do it. Ring of Kings. Also, I forgot to say, 9.1. Frieren was rated a 9.1. It's officially the highest. Hellsing Ultimate was a 9. Frieren's a 9.1.
Yeah, they lucky Lumi lowered that score.
Highest rated. Highest rated.
I lowered mine too.
Wait, does it? Wait. What happened to my list then? Oh, did it not save on my list? No way. It didn't save on my list. Fuck. All right, do you remember which ones we added?
Nah, you know who nerfed it? The big hair girl at the end, bro. The elf girl at the end. She nerfed it. Not not my girl.
Okay. Oh my god, why is it doing that? Yeah. Ace of Diamonds.
Bro, you cut out that last episode. She probably give it an 8.8.
Cool. I bet. I'm gonna make sure it's updated right now. Right. Okay. Mitty, did you watch the monthly or no? Mitty, did you watch the monthly or no? I bet.
I'd love to have like a separate interview with people that rate shows 10.
Mm-hmm. No, okay. No, he on no Mago. Gone. Mmm. Run login. Gone.
It's tough.
Another to 10? That kind
Nah, I got my 10s. Specifically certain seasons. Normally it's a
a
season 2.
yearly?
Season 2s are normally 10s. Like
We ain't doing no yearly. Fuck that. Smoking crack. We're not doing no yearly, bro.
I got my 10s.
Alright. Hell no. Hell no. King of Kings gone? Damn.
Dang, son. I don't know, this wheel is starting off a little uh what's the word? Bro's on demon time.
Oh, yes.
Damn. This wheel is on some demon time.
Yo, corn cob is it, bro? You don't
I don't
people
know,
like
bro.
it? That's crazy, bro.
We might ruin the monthly streak of goats.
Yo, for real. Black
There's
Lagoon.
like for real?
On.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's like 3 things here I'm not trying to watch.
Dungeon Messi. Gone.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a plus for me.
I wouldn't mind it. my God. Ronnie Kenshin. Gone.
Oh my.
The month of Cardona.
I'm not trying to rewatch season 1 Haikyuu again. I think I had rewatched it
Is it
within the last
wrong?
year because you mentioned it.
Okay. Just want to pick up Girls in Dungeon. Done. Month of Cardona? Holy shit!
I freaking rewatched that
All
season of
right.
Haikyuu within the last year, man.
Ace of Diamonds is the winner.
All right, that's new. I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen it either. Ace of Diamonds is the monthly for the month of November. Let's go.
I probably watch more sports anime than all of you.
Shut up, Max. All right.
I read a baseball manga, I think. It was fire. It was
I've seen a
probably this.
couple.
I don't know what it was.
I've seen a couple baseball animes. One of them was like mid. The other one was good, but I don't think it had a second season.
A zero, Dylan? Come on now. You know what a zero is?
What? A zero for IQ? You smoke crack. Where's Skip?
I don't think you understand the quality of a zero. Like
Yeah, no.
you can't even
Mm-mm.
you can't even understand the scene. Like they couldn't even put together a scene in a proper manner. You don't understand what's going on in the scene.
Tomodachi game gone.
Damn, that's tough.
7-8, Smithy. Okay. Demon Lover 7-8 for
I
Smithy.
want to watch Tomodachi so bad.
Okay. Ace of Diamonds. Okay. Tomodachi game is gone.
Yo, Dylan, you be like real extreme, bro. You be like 0, then you go to 10.
Dandadan is gone. Wait, Ace of Diamonds has 75 episodes?
What?
What? No. It's 3 seasons. It says 3 seasons. There's no way.
Oh, that's real.
But
It's showing as like 75 on my anime list.
oh,
I don't think we could watch this.
hold on. Ace.
No, it has 3 seasons, but the other seasons are 50 episodes plus.
The first season is 75.
All right, yo. Point them out. Who wrote this on the freaking wheel? Point them out.
That was Chris.
Chris, you're fired.
Holy shit. It was second place? Okay, back.
No, bro. Not
Nah.
IQ again.
No, I think we re-roll.
We re-rolled the whole thing. The
I think we
wheel was
re-roll.
corrupted. One bad apple ruins the whole wheel. We got to get a fresh wheel.
I think we need to re-roll. All right, let's do it.
Now, if we get high Q again, no one could object. We have to bow down.
Mhm. Mhm. You're log and gone?
Damn, again? Yo, D1 hater.
Tension gone. Is it wrong to pick girls in the dungeon? Gone.
Come on, baby. Dungeon Meshy next.
No, he on. No, Mago. Gone.
I don't know what that is.
Haikyuu gone.
Oh, yeah. The Will's doing good. Let's go. Let's go, baby. The Will is doing the Lord's work. What's that green one there? Okay, I'm cool with everything on the Will right now.
Black Lagoon. Gone. It's between
The
Ranking the
Will is
Kings and Code Geass.
the Will's looking great. Top form.
Ranking of Kings. Shout out to my dog Boji.
Will's
Ranking of
in top
Kings.
form, boys. The monthly streak lives on.
Ranking of Kings is the winner.
You know what? Shout out Chris for corrupting the Will and getting us better picks. Let's get it.
All right. Ranking the Kings. Who put that shit?
Probably put that. I don't know.
A lot of us. A lot of us put. No. A lot of us voted for this one. Ranking the Kings is fire. All right. Back to this. Oh, I got you, Chris. Damn. Go on. And Yoshiki going.
Nah, LK, you can't just say good stories, bruh.
That's number 8 gone.
You like kissy face stories. That's what you want, right?
Hey, romance. Yeah, rom com. 86 gone. I just want to get 86 so we can get out of the way. I'm actually done like seeing it on the board. Losing Samurai
It
gone.
Like Frieren was pretty story based.
Yeah, Freeman's insane. Story wise. House Paradise is gone. Bro, we'll never get House Paradise. House Paradise is gone. Oh no. Blood is Zeus gone.
Okay, it seems LK doesn't like when people skip anything. Cause you said the same about Hellsinger. You said it skips.
$30 gone. 2 hour rewatch. I think it's one of the longest ones we have. Taco be gone.
What's that green one there?
Oh fuck. Made in the Abyss, gone.
What does
Please,
that say?
Windbreaker?
Your name
And
movie? Oh, the wheel's in peak form.
your name movie. Windbreaker in your name. Ooh.
The wheel is in peak form.
The winner is W. Windbreaker. The Windbreaker was a monthly Ring of Kings.
Well,
Did you post that?
LK, Helsing was about the smoke. The story came later on.
Here's some diamonds. So the monthly is Ranking of Kings, and the weekly is Windbreaker. G. He said nigga spawned a dog. About my hands over there in the moment. Do you there, bro? Okay, you gotta give him chances, man. You gotta finish watching the animes.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I don't want him. I don't want his eyes touching the rest of the episodes.
I GG.